I just had a thought. Didn't spend much time thinking about it, but I was thinking about my goals and my calendar, and how I chose to make my goals based on the spring season of 2020. Not based off of when it gets warmer, but like the actual date on the calendar that they say spring starts. And I don't know why I did that, to be honest, when I started it, but it kind of makes sense now that I'm thinking about it, because I was listening to something, they talked about New Year's resolutions, and they said that a resolution means that you have resolved something. So you're gonna resolve something when you haven't done anything, when you say I have a resolution. No, you haven't. You're starting a goal to get a resolution, but you haven't done anything yet. But that kind of got me thinking about it, and instead of New Year's resolutions, why don't we break up those new starts into like the start of the season? Because to me that makes more sense to uh, to the environment that you're in. Because if you start at spring, it's kind of, spring has its own energy, so it's an easier, like, fresh start. But when you start on January 1st, you're in the middle of winter, and you just got done with the holidays. You've been eating bad, you've been with family, you've been relaxing, you've been having a good time, and that is all great. But it's kind of hard to wake up January 1st and be like, let's go, and then keep it going. Like, you might be able to do it for a week, a month, or 2 months, but you have like no momentum building up into that. And here I go talking again about momentum. I don't think I can avoid that at this point. But when it's just so hard in the middle of winter, especially if you're a person that cares about that, and like kind of just takes in the mood of the environment. And I honestly, it's almost impossible to escape that, because your environment affects you no matter what. So I mean, it just makes more sense to me if you start when the environment changes. So for the spring of 2020, I'm going to have all these goals, and it's a fresh start, it's a new environment, and there's a new vibe to it. So I think that breaking it down into 3 months, I don't know exactly the number of days. I mean, spring goes from March to June, in the middle of so it's around three, whatever. There's 4 seasons, 12 months, the easy math. But it'll be so much easier once June 21st comes around. That's the start of summer. For me to be like, okay, what are my new goals? What are my new resolutions that I haven't resolved yet? And just kind of start over. It's a fresh start, because spring's over. Spring's in the past. If you hit your goals, great, you're stronger. If you didn't, learn from them. But you get to start over, and so it's like, instead of a New Year's resolution every year at the start of the year, because the number changed, 2020, 2019, 2021, like, that doesn't change anything about your environment other than what you write down when you sign stuff or when you date things. So just be more aware of your environment, and then maybe you're able to. Nice little cardinal, little baby. All right, sorry, but yeah, I'll wrap this up because I'm getting distracted. But just think about what makes sense. Think about what's gonna keep you going. Do what makes sense to you, and you don't have to follow the norm. You don't have to do what everybody else does. You don't have to do what I do, but just think about it logically to what works for you. Try to understand yourself, dig in, think about things that have worked in your past, think about things that didn't, and try to find a way forward. Just strive for better, and when you do these things, just kind of put yourself first, and don't base your decisions off of anybody else or the world around you, that kind of contradicts what I said about environment. The Not the world around you, but the kind of the thought process of society, because that's just not you. You're not society. You're a part of society, but you're different than everybody else. So embrace those differences and find out what works for you, and you will see the most success and better improvement and faster improvement that way. That's all I got. Have a good day.